Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day, great afternoon, great night, just a great time in general. Today's video we're going to be talking about something I've kind of been thinking about for a bit, as people usually do, we think. And I've been thinking about, I've always been a liar growing up. I used to habitually lie. I used to be pretty pathological, and I thought, lies would get me places or get me to different places. And, that is in fact not the case. 9 times out of 10, I could hardly remember what I lied about, and even if I did, I was still too bad at trying to make the lie work. So, to be really honest, lying wasn't my thing, but I did it all the time. Nowadays, you probably will find me telling way more of the truth 9 times out of 10. Not even 9 times out of 10. The only people I really find myself maybe lying to would be like an employer or my parent. And the only reason I'd be lying to an employer is if I was sick and I knew they wouldn't let me out if I wasn't sick, or at least sick enough for their standards. But not every sick day that you're, just because you're not physically sick doesn't mean you're not sick. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, just because I'm sad today doesn't mean I can't go to work. Nope, that's not how it should be. If people are literally too depressed to get out of bed, there should be something done about that, not you taking a hit for it. But little rant aside, I'm really trying to talk about how as I've gotten older and as I've lied less and gotten to a point to where I basically just stop lying at all to anyone that's, not those two types of people, then everything just became a lot better. And in fact, this year alone, 2024, I decided that I was going to lie significantly less. I already was kind of, people say lying by omission is lying, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to be brutally honest with people. So I am at a point now to where if I think something is happening or vice versa, I'm just gonna say it, because why am I going to beat around some type of imaginary bush? Oh, your feelings might get hurt if I say that thing or whatnot. Well, you know what? Your feelings might get hurt actually a fuckload worse if I say it later versus right now, and just spared you that waiting time of you thinking I either liked you that whole time and now I don't, or I didn't like you that whole time and now I do. You see what I'm saying? So trust me, if you think I like you, I probably do, because I've probably given you every reason to not like me and you still have liked me. So, I also add in that extra thing of why would I lie when telling you the truth is also just 1,000 times better, as I've experienced, because people genuinely appreciate brutal honesty a lot more than they think they do. Not even 9 times out of 10. Literally every person I have been brutally honest with in 2024, it only started in the latter half of the year, but everyone that I was brutally honest with really respected it. And I really respect when people are brutally honest with me, because I don't want to play a guessing game. You shouldn't want to play a guessing game. There shouldn't be extra facets to just telling someone information of any kind. You should just be straight up with it, because trying to play 21 questions is going to make them way more mad than just saying the thing. So I want to also add that since I have grown up more and more, I've stopped lying less and I've started telling more and more of the truth, I've also found it is incredibly hard to lie to. Incredibly hard. In any form or fashion, about your feelings, about what you're thinking, about anything. Because I am paying more attention to what people are saying now, because I notice that not everyone does speak like me, so I have to pay more attention to what you're saying, because sometimes I just have to weed through what you're saying to get it. And even if I'm not doing that or not supposed to be doing that, you've left it in such a way where I have to do that, because I have legitimately discovered, and whether or not you are personally close to me and you tell me you are honest, you are not. Trust me, you are not, because I have met more people since moving out and such that find me way more brutally honest than any person I have met. And if you think you don't lie, there is something you don't tell people about, either by redirecting the conversation, or you skirt around things, that is still lying. Or it's jumping around the problem or what have. Personally, I think if if you're not handling most, if not everything directly, you're also lying to yourself. Because why are you doing it? Like, why wouldn't you just go up to the person and just say that thing? I get social norms and you don't want to hurt their feelings, or you don't want to have your own feelings hurt and stuff like that. But genuinely, I feel like you're hurting your own self more by not saying the full truth either. Because what if that person now likes you even more because of something you said? Or what if they don't like you even more because of something you said? I find that I get a mix of both. I find people don't like me more because I'm more honest, and then I find people do like me more because I'm more honest. And to be really honest, it kind of doesn't matter which either side is, because I'm someone who likes being friends with that disagree with them, and likes being friends with people that have other opinions that aren't my own. And you know, that all really stems from just not lying about shit. Just say what you're thinking, because 9 times out of 10, and I know I say that phrase a lot, but if you like someone, or if you're talking to someone just as a friend, or any type of situation like that, then just be honest. Because being honest is way better. You don't even have to remember your lie. You don't have to feel like you're getting caught up in it later. You don't have to feel like you're challenged by it. Like, I feel like there's creating so much more problems by not being brutally honest and not lying. And you would be better, that person would be better, just the whole situation would be better in general. And people just don't think about the full problem, or maybe they don't even have time to think of a full answer or a full not lie. You know, sometimes people don't have their thoughts all together in that moment, and I get that. But even blurting out, like, in a situation where someone's like, I kind of like you, and da-da-da-da-da, like, they're getting on in that sentence, if you know around the I like you sentence that you in fact do not like them, don't let them finish that sentence, because you are in fact going to hurt yourself more, and you're also going to hurt them more, because now they have professed more feelings, and you didn't stop them. You let them say the whole thing. And that's not directly lying, but if your following sentence to them is, oh, I like you too, and you don't follow that up with, as a friend or anything like that, that's lying. Because you are in fact affirming that you like them too, but you're not affirming whether or not which way. But they, because they are affirming their feelings in such a way, are going to think you're affirming their. I've said affirm probably in the wrong way in that sentence, but everyone can kind of grasp what I'm saying. Personally, I think going into 2025, even though we've kind of been here for, you know, a couple of days, I think it's high time that not only just I, but everyone else, let's all just be brutal as fuck honest. Like, just make everything uncomfortable. Make it, you know, you may personally just really think you're making it violently more uncomfortable. But, you know, what if you don't? It's like what I was talking with the superpower thing in yesterday's video. Why not make it awkward? I think people care way too much about making situations awkward or uncomfortable or anything like that. Like, I hear so much about social norms, and that's not necessarily okay in this setting, or that's not okay to do this. And I'm just like, unless there is a rule specifically written down that you cannot do X, Y, and Z thing, then it is social, and shut the fuck up, because I'm gonna do what I want. Like, that's so dumb to just write these dumbass little rules around people, and then we all try to just keep purporting them. Like lying. Sometimes people want you to lie in a lot of different situations. And not all lying is bad necessarily. But I'm going to say that more than not is lying going to be the worst option, because you never know when the other shoe is going to drop. Could be a couple of hours, minutes, days, months, years, decades. But that shoe can drop, and you would prefer, you know, for the shoe to not drop, right? Or just, you know, spike that fucker yourself with a good old honest truth. And that's where I think I'm gonna leave it today. I hope you guys have had a good time, you know, listening to me rant about lies and honesty, and I hope it was interesting. Have a good night, guys. Peace.